Hi folks, welcome to Homebrew Wednesday. This is just going to be a very short video this week, mainly because I haven't actually had a chance to brew anything. As I shall show you, I'll be attaching a little video just showing you the progression of the mead and the melomel. Basically, the mead is continuing to ferment very slowly, which mead does. It's been at that for about a month now. I imagine it'll be at least another fortnight, if not another 3 or 4 weeks before that finally finishes. I mean, it was a good lot of honey in that. I put some yeast nutrient in there and it was champagne yeast. So if it continues to go until the yeast is completely used up, it could well be another month or more before that's finished. Which is all for the good, because it means it'll taste better, it'll be more alcoholic, it'll have a drier consistency to it. Whereas the melomel that I made before is likely to be quite a lot sweeter, not as alcoholic at all. Although still probably quite tasty. That's the main melomel that I made, not the smaller batch, the 1A, which, to be honest, I actually ended up having a taste of that. I had poured myself a small glass of that last week, just to see what it was like. And while it was not bad, it wasn't what I would expect from a mead, for example, a shop-bought mead. There's a certain richness, there's a not quite a syrupiness, because obviously it's more like wine than something thicker like a spirit or liqueur, but there was certainly, it felt thin and slightly watery. Now, whether or not that's something that would be fixed over time, or whether or not that was simply a case of the fact that that was more or less an experiment, that was less than the correct proportions of honey to yeast, and it was a bit of a strange batch that didn't quite work at the beginning anyway. But the main container of melomel that I made, the demijohn, and the mead that's still in the process of brewing, both of them I'm sure will be fine. The next step obviously is bottling them, which I haven't done yet. Apologies for that, but I haven't had the time. I haven't had the time basically to get down to the brew shop and get some bottles and some corks. But that will hopefully be the next video. I do plan to do that. If not this weekend, probably not this weekend, but early next week, because it'll only take me an evening. So I'll maybe do that on Tuesday or Wednesday night next week, and then upload it on Wednesday, hopefully. In other news, not much has really happened. I haven't gotten around to buying the beer brewing kit yet. I have been meaning to get around to that. I just haven't had the time of late. I did do a cookering video, which I will be uploading later in the week. I'll probably do that tomorrow afternoon, where I made some stew. So people who prefer my cooking videos. I'm also going to start doing occasional just camera pieces on other topics. Maybe just what's on, things I've seen on TV, television shows. I'll do a few bits on video games because that's the industry I work in. So yeah, other than that, there isn't really much else going on. As I said, this is just going to be a very short little video. But thanks for tuning in. Happy Homebrew Wednesdays. Cheers.